Welcome, Algebra class. It's a sunny afternoon here in August, and we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. What fun. All right, so sit back and get a load of this. Can you see? So let's say that we had a kind of a complicated polynomial like this. 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus 1 plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 4. Well, first of all, because we're adding these parentheses really don't do anything for us. We can just pretend like they're not here. And then that may or may not help you, but it looks more simple to me at least. We're going to go through, and when we write the eventual final polynomial, we're going to put it in order of what they call degree. So the highest exponent is going to be the first one that we write, then the next exponent is the next, and so on down the line. Okay, that's called standard form for polynomials. So first I noticed I want to look for things that have similar exponents and similar bases. Okay, in other words, the same thing, like if it's apples and apples, we can add those, and oranges to oranges. It doesn't matter how many of them there are, but it has to be the exact same kind of term. Well, I noticed that 3x cubed, and actually there are no other x cubes. So it has no partner that it can add to. So that's going to be by itself, 3x cubed. I look at the negative 2x squared term. Well, that has somebody that is like it. Over here we have 3x squared. Remember, it doesn't matter how many of them, just they're the exact same. It's x squared and it's x squared. There's negative 2 of these things, oranges here, and there's positive 3 of these oranges. Well, negative 2 plus 3 is going to give you just 1 orange left over. The x's, remember there's like a little assumed 1 there, goes with this x. That's the next term that we have. So we have positive 1 of those things minus 4 of those things. We're going to get negative 3 x's. And then lastly, there's a number here, minus 1, and we have a number plus 4. Of course, those can add together to give you plus 3. So that's your final answer. You can't combine any of these things. These are different animals. Okay, x cubed, x squared, x, all different things. You can't combine them. We have 3 of them, plus 1, minus 3, plus 3. And again, we have it in standard form. Okay? So that's adding. The danger comes in when people subtract. Take this problem, for instance. We have this quantity subtracting this quantity. What people want to do, the biggest mistake that people make, is they pretend like this is not there, and they just subtract the very first term, and then they leave all the rest the same. Well, that's not allowed. This whole thing is being subtracted. So what you need to do is you need to add the opposite of each one of the terms. So this indeed does become negative, but so does this one. And this becomes the opposite of what it was, which is positive. At this point, you can get rid of the parentheses. And then now we're going to look for things that are alike. Again, the highest degree term is the x cubes. So this one goes with this one. So we have 4 of these apples minus 2 of these apples. We have 2 left over. 3x squared, there are no other x squareds. So, and then minus x, and then minus 2 more x's gives you negative 3x. And then the 4 adds to the 1, and you get 5. So don't get fooled. When you subtract, you got to make sure you turn everybody that's being subtracted into the opposite, and then you can proceed like normal. Okay, hope that made sense.